Hello, friends. What's up? Glad to be back with you all. Please hit the subscribe button if you're watching from YouTube. If you're checking this out or TikTok, hit follow to keep up with me. If you've been listening to me over the last couple of days, I've been ripping into the Dodgers. I've shredded them for a horrible series in Anaheim against the Los Angeles Angels. A sweep is horrible, tragic, pathetic, and embarrassing. That's what it felt like, especially with the San Diego Padres in your rear view mirror, chasing you down, catching up to you. I was fed up with the Dodgers free fall. I was upset about it. This was ticking me off because it was the Angels who swept you. That's a series where you should have taken at least 2 out of 3. You didn't win any. These losses piled up. They fell into a first place tie after the Angels' walk-off win, which made it even more embarrassing. The losses, the constant struggles made baseball feel irrelevant, not important. And I can tell you, I hadn't felt that way about the Dodgers in a long time. I'm sitting at home watching the Dodgers, and I'm saying, in what world are they even close to being ready to compete for the World Series? What is happening? And to me, what I had come away with is, okay, this team is not going to emerge from a rough stretch. This team is in trouble. They might be done. The Padres got all the momentum in the world right now after overtaking the Dodgers in the NL West standings. My heart sunk. I had that awful, anxious feeling of just a pit in my stomach. I was sick. I didn't even feel right talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers. If you're a Dodgers fan, you were expecting something bad to happen now. If you're a Dodgers fan who is watching these games and you're rooting for the team, but you've been disappointed, you had in the back of your mind that they were going to find a way to screw it up. Then, when it came time to take on the San Diego Padres, everybody is freaking out, wondering what the hell is going on with this team. What's going to happen in the series versus the San Diego Padres? And all of a sudden, they win 3 in a row. And those 3 wins couldn't come at a better time. I said it on Thursday to you that the Dodgers needed to take all 3 games. If you're optimistic, these were enormous 3 games for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This was the biggest series of the season, which is so ridiculously unspeakable. You had a 9-game lead in your division. You're in the middle of a stretch run, and you're in mid-August, and you're still in the driver's seat in first place after a weekend series against the Padres. And to sweep the Padres, outscoring them 14-6, to take care of business at home when you open this 3-game series, trailing the Padres by a game was huge. Hard to overstate how massive of a weekend this was for the Dodgers. 3 days ago, it looked like the sky was falling. And all of a sudden, they're back in prime position to win the NL West for the 12th time in 13 years. And now, you're right in position of maybe pulling away again. A win on Sunday to complete a 3-game sweep was symbolic. There's a chance for this team to take a comfortable lead and get a hold of the division again. Obviously, winning this weekend was paramount, and it just so happened it was against the rival Padres, who came in hot, having won 8 of their last 9 and held a 1-game lead. This cast of Dodgers was a huge challenge for the Padres. The starting pitching did its thing. Clayton Kershaw was once again masterful. Listen, I love nothing more then to be talking about Clayton Kershaw. Isn't that unbelievable? This is someone who has given every single ounce of everything he's ever had to the Dodgers. An absolutely exceptional performance from Kershaw. Whatever the case may be, Kershaw figures it out. Talking about your pitch execution, your approach, your filthy stuff, your dedication to your craft, I think that's something that amazes me with Kershaw. They needed a strong start, and Kershaw delivered. And when he was as remarkable as he was and played stopper, and when the record has shown that no matter who he's facing, you are still that guy, you still got it. I mean, it was glorious. I feel good about any pitcher if he can hold the Padres to 1 run in 6 innings of work. Amazing what he can do in his 18th year in the big leagues. The offense provided aggregate run support with Teoscar Hernandez providing some insurance. Back-to-back nights of homers for Teoscar. The way things are going, his bat is finally waking up. He might finally be heating up. Blake Snell was locked in, 6 shutout innings on Saturday. The other thing that needs to be talked about in that game on Saturday, the second game of this series, is, you're talking about a guy who can throw out runners. The Padres obviously missed the scouting report on Will Smith. They've tried to run on Will Smith 3 times. I don't know how you could test his arm. Padres were running wild, and Smith threw them out every time. If I was going to give you the player of the game after game 2, I'd probably say Will Smith. I'm not trying to take anything away from Blake Snell because, again, he was outstanding, but the guy catching behind him recorded 3 of the first 4 outs of the game. You could really tell Smith was locked in. And getting into Sunday's game, this was obviously a very big start for Tyler Glasnow. And thankfully, he had 8 punch-outs. Great day for him. And to me, it's like he's in that moment right now. He does everything on the mound you could ask for. I fully expect him to be outstanding in the postseason. I won't sway from this belief. It's the regular season, not the postseason. This Padres-Dodgers series had a playoff baseball series feel. It felt like playoff baseball. The last game they played was decided by 1 run. The series finale was decided by a run. The first game was decided by a run. Friday night's game was a 6-0 shutout. Everything worked out for the Dodgers. This is a team that's been on a horrible period of losing, but this season they've been pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. And look, that's an elevation because they were playing with absolutely no enthusiasm or energy. And of course now they come out and win 3 in a row against the team that just overtook them for the division lead. The offense didn't have a ton of hits, but they had hits when it mattered. There are so many different ways they can win games. Just doing the little things, finding ways to get on base and capitalizing on the opposing team's mistakes. And look, it's looking like he's starting to find his rhythm. I'm hoping now maybe he's course correcting himself. Just when you thought the book was closed on Caferno, he does something, comes through with the bases loaded and 2 outs. It seems as if the conversation he had with Dave Roberts before Saturday's game helped him tremendously. That clutch 2-run single over the weekend can really change a player's outlook on things. Thank goodness for Michael Caferno. who has missed opportunities to drive in runs. And clearly, more often than not, he cannot come through when they need a hit. Obviously, there hasn't been the consistency. The consistency hasn't been there. And we were spending every single day talking smack about him and begging for Dave Roberts to bench him. But now I have to give credit where credit is due. That was Cafferno's most clutch at bat of the entire season. If he can contribute both offensively and defensively down the stretch, it will help this team greatly. There are times when you are backed in the corner, it brings out the absolute best in you. This is what they have to do. Start playing better baseball. It's as simple as that. Play smart ball, do the little things to get on base, move the runners over, be patient at the plate, and get the timely hits. I like that they did alter their game plan, and I thought they put together some good at-bats, a lot of walks, thanks to Dylan Cease. So they did a good job capitalizing on the free passes, and maybe that game-winning home run for Mookie Betts yesterday, maybe that's going to get him rolling. It would be something. And you know, a lot of the fan base has shown their love and support for Mookie Betts. You've heard a lot of people talk about the focus was off and this was off. The chemistry is off. No sense of urgency, no continuity. And yes, the reason why the Dodgers have looked consistently bad is because Betts has woefully underachieved as well as the rest of the team. And so that's kind of where this whole thing is. The one thing you can say about Betts, he's accountable. Things go wrong, he is very, very quick to put up his hand and say, my bad. That's on me. That's on me. This team is impossible to predict because of the way they played against the Angels. It's hard to say what the game might look like or what will happen on that night, but that's exactly the way that you would want it to go. Just get the win. If you're not facing the Padres, you cannot worry about them. If they're not the team you're taking on, the Padres are out of the equation. This is not a Padres issue. The Padres have zero to do with this. Forget about fighting for first place. Start playing better baseball and everything else takes care of itself. You gotta handle your own business. And this weekend, they handled their own business. I expected a hungry team. A team with incredible edge based on what happened last season. I think what Betts does down the stretch is pretty substantial because there are 44 games left. He could make an impression. Do you not think Betts is going to get it turned around? Has it been a great season for him? No. It's been consistently a bad year for him, but he is finally looking like himself again. And so after a season of injuries, personal loss, and challenges, he's finding his stride late in the season. Everybody is a bit more calm. Today is a good day. I've been losing my mind because this team drives me nuts. A part of me just wanted to throw in the towel and say, you know what? We're done. The Padres are about to run away with the division. The Dodgers suddenly found themselves in a tough spot with a Padres team that tied with the Dodgers for first place, then took sole possession of first place. I'll be honest, I'm still worried about the bullpen. The relief arms are still a complete question mark. It's evident that this is perhaps a bullpen that's gassed and overworked. Vesia hasn't had his best stuff of late, but good job getting it done yesterday. Manny Machado struck out on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. The sweep was secured. You see Vesia erupted with a roar and a fist pump at the game ending. At the ending of the game. After being down on this team, like I have, I suddenly have this sense of overwhelming optimism. Things are starting to really turn around, I hope. Very satisfying, serious. This is definitely a momentum builder. You can build on from this. Go into the next series feeling good about yourself. Now, this next series against the Colorado Rockies could be a drop series. So you don't want to go in this series, not ready to play baseball. You still got to play your best brand of baseball going up against the Colorado Rockies. The Dodgers usually do well in Colorado. They usually swing the bats hard there. They hit home runs. It's a hitters-friendly park. I expect them to do well, pick up from where they left off. I think they are now in a good position after the Padres series. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate the love and support as always. I am your guy, the Sports Judge. Thanks for checking out the content. Love y'all. We'll talk again very soon. And before I get out of here, you guys know where you guys can keep up with your boy. I'm on TikTok. You can find me on TikTok, Sports Judge 85, the Sports Judge 85. You guys can also find me right here if you're watching from YouTube. You can find me on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. And you guys can find me on Instagram, Sports Judge 85. All right, I'm out of here now. It's been fun, as always, but your boy is checking out. Peace.